Hello and welcome back to Real Sniper Tactics. This episode will show you how to master the skill of observation. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alex. I spent 7 years in the British Army, including one tour of Afghanistan as a sniper, and I recently returned from Ukraine as a security consultant. Observation is a vital skill that will help you keep alive by being able to spot the enemy easier and also understand how to effectively conceal yourself. For today's episode, I want you to remember the 7 S's. These are 7 ways you can spot the enemy, or the enemy can spot you. The first S is shape. The human outline is very distinctive. Equipping a ghillie suit will do a lot of work for you. Contrary to popular belief, a ghillie suit does not hide the body by blending you in with the surroundings. It actually hides you because it breaks up the natural shape and outline of the body, making it much harder for the brain to detect. The camouflage only works in conjunction with this. If the ghillie suit simply only looked like your surroundings and didn't break up the shape of the body, you would still be very easy to spot. In second, we have silhouette. Following on from shape, be aware of how your outline interacts with the environment. The classic example of this is skylining, as spoken about in episode 1. When moving across the top of the hill, you outline yourself. Instead, move lower down and be aware of the outline you make in the environment. Prone is your best friend while setting up a position. Make the lowest profile you can and be careful where you set up. Try and find dips in the ground to help hide your silhouette, or objects to hide in front and behind you. Don't pick obvious places where the enemy will check first, such as buildings or walls. A head popping up from or around something will be quickly spotted. Next S is shine. Anything with a smooth surface, from a rifle and a pistol to the human face, will give off a shine, making it easy to spot. Look closely. A lot of modern camouflages with high polyester content will have a slight sheen to them. The most common problem in DayZ is the face area. The human face is very bright and shiny and can be seen from a good distance, making it easy to spot or aim at. You should make it a priority to get it covered with a balaclava or a ski mask. Swap all clothing with bright white parts and cover up as much skin as possible. Next S is shadow. Use light carefully. Be aware of casting shadows as you move. Move in the shadows if you can. No matter how good the camouflage, you can't hide that big dark shape of a shadow. Be aware that if observing the enemy for long periods of time, if you place yourself in shadow, the sun's movements throughout the day may change the position of that shadow, therefore exposing you. Up next, we have spacings. In the military, there is the saying, there is no straight lines in nature. This means nature is completely irregular and random. You will never find anything set out perfectly. This applies to spacings. Anything that is regularly spaced out or perfectly straight must be man-made. For example, you see 3 large objects in the distance at night. They could be trees, but then you notice they're all the exact same distance apart, meaning they aren't trees, they are man-made objects, like guard towers or comms poles. The next S is sudden movement. This one goes without saying. Slow, methodical movement is much less likely to attract the eye than fast turns and jerky movement. If you know you're in view of the enemy, try slowly repositioning, or not moving at all if it can be helped. A roll or a run will be a lot easier to spot. This works both ways. When looking for the enemy, look for sudden jerks of movements in between trees and bushes. Finally, we have signature. People and vehicles all give off a signature of the visible and invisible light spectrum. We can't mitigate or hide a lot of these things, but it is important to be aware of them. On the visual light spectrum, we have different wavelengths of light. White light travels much further at night than any of the other colours. A lit match can be seen up to 1 mile away. Red light is a much better option. Red light cannot be seen as far as white light, as it has a much longer wavelength, meaning it dissipates quicker, so it is preferable for use at night. We also need to be aware of thermal imaging and image intensifiers, such as night vision. TI and II may still be able to spot you through some concealment like bushes and tree lines. The only way to mitigate this threat is by using hard cover to block the enemy's view. Try to become familiar with all this information to help you stay hidden in the field. The ghillie suit alone won't do it. It's about mastering the finer details, especially how you, the sniper, interact with the terrain. Learn to be a part of it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.